Hey, what's going on? Welcome back to the channel. In this video, we're going to be taking a look at Vechain. I do want to say that I'm not a financial advisor. You should do your own research before investing money into crypto. If you haven't seen the previous update, make sure to watch that before watching this one. It's going to be linked in the top right hand corner of the screen. Now let's jump straight into the TA. And before we get into the video, I quickly want to mention Apex One AI. So this is a very interesting project that is based on AI technology and allows you to farm using crypto pairs. So they already have a platform out. They have their website, which we're on right now. The team is fully transparent, and some of the features are farming using artificial intelligence, using cryptocurrency pairs. You have liquidity pools, you have DeFi involved. You can take a look at their white paper, and if you want to take a look at their team, all of that is available on the website. And they also have a native token out already called Apex. And here is how the platform looks. The website is very well designed as well as the platform. It is easy to navigate. As you can see, if you go to Apex AI, you have farming, you have yield farming, and you have some of the new features that they're developing using the AI technology. So if you go to wallets, it's very easy to deposit and exchange cryptocurrencies using their application. So feel free to take a look at the link down below in the description. You can sign up using that. And if you have any more questions regarding the project, you can refer to the video that I made earlier, which is a full review of this platform. Now let's continue with the video. Taking a look at the daily chart, as you can see, we are still in this potential inverse head and shoulders pattern, and we haven't lost the support block yet. So if that will not going to be if that's not going to be happening, then obviously we could continue breaking out here, and we've targeted this resistance block in the previous update. So with this inverse head and shoulders pattern, we can set up a neckline from the two local highs here. We can take a trend line from the top to the bottom of the head, and then we can place the trend line on top of the neckline, and we'll get a potential breakout. So if we manage to break above the golden resistance block here, we would obviously be targeting 0.068 cents, which is going to be the 0.786 of this large Fibonacci retracement. Now, if you take a look at the fib that I have set up over here, we have the swing high printed back in November of 2021, and you have the swing low printed in May of 2021 as well. And we retrace back down to the 1.618. We go through this in every single video, but I just want to, nail it down, because the 1.618 is your technical target after you start breaking below the first fib level here. And that's exactly what we did here in May 2022. We had a couple of fake outs down below, but the golden support block kept us afloat. But then obviously we broke down in May, and then we pulled back down to the 1.618. So you are still in this amazing accumulation zone for Vechain. So if you want to build a strong position, you still have the time to do so, and you're very lucky because Bitcoin has already doubled since the November low that we've seen over here, since this November low, and Vechain has done the same. Of course, it's an altcoin, but right now, if we take a look at this potential bear market low, and we see what is the what's the profit right now if you bought in, so you're sitting at a 50% profit, which is 50% less than what Bitcoin did. So first of all, you were probably going to be, it would have probably been more profitable for you had you been in Bitcoin. But if you're still looking to enter Vechain, this is an amazing opportunity, guys. So this support block is set anywhere between 0.02350 cents down to 2 cents. So this is going to be a major support area. If we start losing that, it's going to be quite negative. I would start targeting this low in that case. So around about 0.015 cents is going to be your target. So potentially what could happen is that you print this low, you start breaking to the upside, you start an uptrend, you run into resistance, which is the 1.414 here, and then you start retracing back down to where you came from, you print a double bottom, and then you move forward. Now that would be a moderately bullish scenario in my opinion, but if we end up losing this December 2022 low, well, that's when things are probably going to get ugly for the crypto market, because if that is going to happen, that means Bitcoin is probably going to be dropping back below $20,000. And I really do not want to see that, to be honest with you, because it seems like we're getting set up for a nice run up in summer. We're going to see a nice pullback afterwards, potentially a bull trap in September, August, which is what I'm targeting, and another pullback after that, and then we are prepared for the bull market in 2024, 2025. So we still have time to accumulate, but with every single day you have less and less time. So make sure you're working and make sure you're making that extra income and making that over time, because you want to be investing as much as possible. Not a financial advice, but this is what I'm doing personally. I'm buying as much as I can, and I'm only buying strong altcoins that I think are going to perform well. Now, jumping into the daily RSI, let's take a look at some of the support levels here. We're very close to the white trend line here that we have been targeting for quite a while. So we had a bounce back in December, we had a bounce in March. Potentially, we're going to be looking at a third bounce here. So you want to enter there if we see a move to the downside. So if we have a move down to the white trend line, that is, because every single time you hit it since December, you've seen a bounce to the upside. So the same could happen right now. Even if you're looking for a short-term trade, you could enter off of the white trend line and then potentially take profits in this resistance block. So that's what we have for the daily chart. If we end up coming back down lower, let's say, and we drop below the support trend line, we might end up down here in the oversold, and that is going to be a perfect entry as well. So May 2022, that was a nice entry for anyone looking to buy at the oversold. You had the same thing happening in December and in January. And potentially we could see that one more time with a flash crash. But as always, we never know if that is going to happen. We did see that back in 2020 here in March. As you can see, we dropped all the way down from February to the oversold in less than a month. So that's what I have for the daily chart. Let's switch over to the weekly chart. Okay, taking a look at the weekly chart, as you can see, not a lot has changed since the last update. Really, we just dumped below the 20 EMA here, which is negative, obviously, but we are holding this support block, or the top of the support block at least. So you can see we're hovering exactly above this level, above this local high that we printed back in 2020. So this is definitely a good buying opportunity. There is a chance that we might go lower. Of course there is, but if we do, that means you are even in a better position to create a stronger position in Vechain, because if that were the case and you potentially were averaging in over here and you see the price go lower, you should buy even more in this area over here. If it goes lower, let's say even to this low, we retest this low, you should buy twice as much or twice as many coins as you were buying up here. So that's the way it works. So the lower you go, the more coins you buy, because the cheaper the price is. So the lower the price goes, the less risk you have, because if it drops even lower, there's not as much of a chance of it going even lower as there is of it going higher. But of course, when you flip that and you are buying over here, then of course that is maximum risk, because you're so overextended, you're so overbought. At any point you could just start dumping, and that's exactly what you did here in May, and you haven't really recovered since then. You printed a lower high in November or in September, October, and then you started that initial pullback into the bear market. So that's what I have for the weekly chart. Vechain is still in a good position. I would be targeting all of these levels here. So the top of the support block on the daily chart, we are below the 20 EMA as well, and you could be targeting a Fib retracement level. So if we take a Fibonacci retracement from this local high in April to this local low in March, okay, and we presume that we're going to be losing that March low, we could set a target to the downside, which is going to be over here at the 1.618. And if you take a look at this large wick on the left-hand side here, that is exactly where we wicked when we were actually printing this local low. So this level here is going to be quite an important level for us to hold. So if we are going to be losing this low, we might just come back down there, retest that level, so to speak, fill in this wick, and then we move forward. So be ready for a potential pullback below 2 cents. I'm not saying it's going to happen, but if it does, you are ready, you are aware with your buy limit orders set up in advance, of course. Taking a look at the weekly RSI, as you can see, we do have a support block that we are holding at the moment, and that is good to see. So we broke above this resistance in January, and now we're holding it as support, and this is what you want to be seeing. So this is what you want to be doing in an uptrend. You want to be printing a higher low, which is exactly what you're doing right now. So you have this low and you have a higher low. So you don't really want to be losing this support block. If you do, then yeah, that's going to be quite negative in terms of us continuing the uptrend. But of course, long term, that's even better because you can buy at a lower price. And as I've been saying for months, I wish the bear market lasted for another year or so, because I would have built such an amazing portfolio. But you know, that's not going to happen. I'm not going to get my wish, probably, because the bull market has to come eventually, and hopefully it does come at some point. But hopefully we do have a more of a prolonged bear market here, and hopefully we do see a pullback later on this year after the bull trap in August/September. So taking a look at our long-term targets here, as you can see, we have our potential bear market low set in January and our local high set in May 2021. We're going to be eyeballing $1.36 for Vechain in the next bull market. That is going to be our major target. So thank you all for watching this video. If I missed out anything important on the chart, please let me know down below in the comment section, and I'm going to see you in the next update. Take care.